In a big splash in L.A., Ford unveiling its all-electric SUV, the Mustang Mach-E. Phil LeBeau was at the event last night and caught up with CEO Jim Hackett and Ford chairman Bill Ford. Phil, what do you think? Did it live up to the hype? Do you like it?
I think that Ford has done a nice job here, basically getting away from what people have been fearful of, which is that outside of Tesla, when you look at electric vehicles, there's not a whole lot to be excited about. The design has been fairly utilitarian for the industry. Ford has said, you know what, we can make an aggressive-looking vehicle, an SUV that we believe is worthy of the Mustang name. And some people will look at this and they'll say, well, yeah, but does it have the performance that can rival Tesla when the Model Y comes out later this year? When they unveiled it last night, they made a couple of points very clear. First of all, this is a Mustang in terms of performance. Yes, it's not a pony car. It is an SUV, but they said over and over, and the point they really tried to hit home last night is this has the performance in terms of 0 to 60, somewhere in the 3.5-second range, as well as the total range when fully charged of up to 300 miles. And Ford's chairman, Bill Ford, who is a lover of Mustangs, has a number of them personally and has protected the brand over the years, said, yeah, I was resistant at first, but eventually I gave in to the Mustang name.
Basically said over my dead body because I'm very protective of the Mustang brand. I've always loved Mustangs. I've seen attempts over the years within Ford to do things that would have hurt the Mustang name, and so I feel like I'm, sort of the protector of the history and also the protector of the Mustang into the future.
All right, let's talk numbers. The price on this will come out at around $44,000. That'll be the base price before the federal EV tax credit that you can add in. That's another $7,500, bringing it down to the mid-$30,000 range. And it will be built in Mexico. Now, Jim Hackett, CEO of Ford, says one reason it's being built in Mexico is, A, they planned for it for some time. Also, that allows them to bring the price down into the mid-$40,000 range.
The decision to build this in Mexico was done 2 years ago, and we need it in terms of the way we're trying to hit price points. But at the same time, with this UAW negotiations, we made a huge commitment, multi-billion dollars for employment in the United States, and Ford has more automotive workers making its vehicles than any other company right now. So I think the president's proud of the position that Ford has in that regard.
You heard him reference the president. We're talking about President Trump. He has not shied away from targeting Ford in tweets in the past, and the fact that this Mach-E is built in Mexico. Let's see if the president says anything at all. Guys, as you take a look at shares of Ford over the last 2 years, we're entering a period here where the cost cutting has already taken place. Now it's a matter of growing revenue, and they believe that the Mustang Mach-E is a key part of that. Again, it rolls out late next year. The base price starts at about $44,000. They'll go all the way up to a GT version. That's going to price close to $60,000. The EV wars, guys, they're heating up.
Hey, Phil, this is Walt Isaacson. Why in the world did they make it an SUV if they wanted it to be a Mustang?
Well, two things, Walt. First of all, the market is there in terms of SUVs. You've got to go where the market is. So you need it to make either an SUV or a crossover. Cars, electric cars, while there is some market there, it's not a big market. So they needed to do that. They believe that the Mustang name allows them to, at a minimum, cut through the clutter and have somebody say, wait a second, that's a Mustang? I want to go see that. Now, somebody might get to a showroom and they might say, wait a second, I thought this was going to be a pony car, and it's not. It's an SUV, and they may not be interested in it. But this allows them to, at a minimum, say, I want to go into a Ford showroom and check out the new Mustang.
Yeah, because they didn't want to call it the Pinto.
Wise idea.
Well, look, what if they came up with some name? What if they came up with some name like the E-Max or something like that?
No, but the Mustang's a great name.
Aside from Mustang and F-Series, those are the only two names in the Ford lineup that cut through the clutter.
It's a gimmick. It's not a Mustang. It doesn't look like a Mustang, so it's a gimmick because of the name recognition.
You're correct about that.
And they didn't want to
correct about that,
And they
Joe.
didn't want to use Pinto.
And Mach-E is a made-up name, too. Macchiato. But I like the car. It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty good. I like it.
Who designed it? Did they know?
Look, this is going to be interesting to see how this shakes out between them and the Model Y when Tesla rolls that out late next year, because you're going to start to see more of these in that SUV crossover utility segment.